Cattle producers, educators, and allied industry are invited to learn more about topics that will shape their futures at the 6th Annual Feeding Quality Forum. The program is set for August 23rd in Omaha, Nebraska, and August 25th in Garden City, Kansas.
One of the really exciting things about the Feeding Quality Forum is we address some of the key issues going on in the beef industry, but agriculture in general. The Feeding Forum has had a series of topics that are very relevant to producers. I mean, there's a lot of volatility going on in agriculture. Those are going to be addressed.
Registration by August 5th is $50 and includes a certified Angus beef lunch. Space permitting, late registration is $75.
Well, of course, one of the things in the beef industry or agriculture in general that you can't get past is corn. What's the price of corn going to be? What's the supply going to be? And so we've had one of the keynote speakers, Dan Bossi, with his company is one of the really leading authorities, and Dan kicks the conference off first thing on the topic of what corn's going to do, what he sees as the global market for corn, the domestic market, the availability of corn from a feeding perspective. I think that's going to be one of the great topics. It's always extremely timely, one that cattle feeders really get interested in. And then there's a bunch of other topics that kind of tie right to it.
Check-in and refreshments begin at 9:30 a.m. at both locations with a welcome at 10. The program wraps up at 4:15 that afternoon.
One of the things that's really changed in the cattle industry is the price of everything, price of input costs, the price of cattle, the price of feeder calves. No matter what aspect you talk about, we're dealing in a totally different set of economic conditions than we've ever dealt with in the past. So have some presentations on the profitability, kind of tied to it, some things on labor management, how you manage people, but then wrapping up with some of the things that feedlot people are constantly cognizant of, and that's governmental regulations, environmental issues, air issues, dust issues, runoff issues, those type of things that we're dealing with as an industry.
The seminar is sponsored by Pfizer Animal Health, Land O'Lakes Purina, Feedlot Magazine, and Certified Angus Beef. Visit cabpartners.com to learn more or to register.